bonita, bonita, qué bonita es ella, señores, bonita es la bandera puertorriqueña. Qué bonita. Otra vez.
My name is Iris Morales. I'm in the Young Lords Party, and I was born in the United States, but my family came from Puerto Rico in the 1940s. Just like many other families were forced to come to this country. The reason is that Puerto Rico is a colony of the United States. It's directly controlled economically, politically, in every way by the United States. So the economic situation in Puerto Rico in the 40s was very, very bad. Unemployment was very, very high. So poor people were forced to come to this country. People from the countryside couldn't find work, who didn't have a way of getting an education within the country, came to this country. And coming to this country, Puerto Ricans continued to be poor because they didn't have the skills, because there was a lot of discrimination, and they continued to hold the worst jobs, continued to still be oppressed within this country. And that's what the Young Lords experience comes out of the experience of our families, of our people who were forced to come to this country, and of us, and our people who were living within this country and have experienced different kind of discrimination, exploitation on the job, in the schools, wherever we are.
Azul, blanca y colorada, y en el medio tiene una estrella. Qué bonita, compadre, es mi bandera puertorriqueña. Otra vez. Todo puertorriqueño tiene que defenderla, porque señores es nuestra bandera puertorriqueña.
Out of the situation of our people in America grew a movement, a rising consciousness among young Puerto Ricans, greatly influenced by the black liberation struggle here in America. And in 1969, a group called the Young Lords was formed out of a street gang in the United States. In 1970, that street gang changed into a political organization which had as its motto, serve and protect the people. And we began to see that certain needs of our community were not being met by any institution in America. We began to look for ways to help our people deal with problems such as bad housing, a lack of food, a bad educational system, highly inadequate educational system, drug problems, police brutality, and unequal opportunities for Puerto Ricans as the same situation that blacks are facing in America.
Yeah, this is Lincoln Hospital detox. You know, the program started exactly, about a year ago. When the Young Lords, the Black Panthers, they got together, and they took over Lincoln Hospital, because we found out that in the South Bronx, they needed, a place, where somebody, start working, with the dope addicts, because that was a big problem in South Bronx.
I noticed one thing: only the majority of junkies that you see nowadays is only Puerto Rican people and black people. Like, you don't see, it's very few whiteys that you see, using drugs. Now, they don't know what kind of exchanges we go through, because they don't go through the shit we go through. Now, like, we gotta be sleeping in basements. We don't even dress properly. Sometimes we don't even know when it's gonna be our next, time, if we're gonna eat or we're not gonna eat, when it's gonna be our next shot of dope or some shit like that. Now, A lot of white people don't know what we really go through, and we go through a hell of a lot of shit. But you see, they don't give a hell about us. I mean, what the hell, you know, if they all right, they just think about themselves. Now, I would like for these people to know, you know, for them just to experience it, you know, to be, in other words, not that I want them to be junkies, but I mean, I would like them to experience that so they could know what we really go through. Now, the stuff out there is not even worth shooting. Why? We shouldn't even shoot that though, because if you do the little bit of money you make, then when you go out there and you cop, what you find? Garbage. I mean, it's not worth it. To tell you the truth, I'd rather take the methadone than to take the drugs. So the methadone gets me much higher than what the dope does now. Anyway, and what I feel this way, sometimes I start thinking, you know, that what I think is that white men, what they're trying to do is, they themselves got something to do with this shit of dope business. No, this dope thing out here, sometimes I start thinking they got something to do with it, you know? Like, who knows, they're the ones that making us shoot this dope, and you know, we be out here fucked up and shit, so like that they could take over, you know? But I mean, what can we say? We can't say shit because there ain't no proof about it. All we gotta do is we ourselves stop fucking around with dope and, you know, get ourselves together. I told her.
I think that what we've been talking about, and again, we always talk about, I handed out these sheets of paper where it has some information about different systems that we suffer through. And I think that when we talk about dope, and we talk about the black and Puerto Rican people are the people who are suffering from this dope, we realize where it comes from unconsciously. That's why we're having PE classes here in Lincoln Hospital. Because once you realize where the source of the dope is coming from and what is the purpose of the dope being perpetrated in the black and Puerto Rican community, you'll be able to deal with it without any methadone. When you realize that dope is a genocide plot by the American government on the third world people, you see, then you begin to realize as a third world person, you have to stop drugs in order to save your children, your children's children, and your mamas.
Well, brother, I would like to say one thing. It's not bearing on what the brother said, but when I first came to Lincoln, I was really fucked up. And the brother pulled me in, you understand? And by coming to the PE meetings, it showed me the way where it's like the society, the establishment, which is the government, stepped on us, you understand? And still trying to step on our brains, you understand? And we're trying to pull it together. It's like a jar. Step on the jar, the pieces of glass spread, you understand? And then the brothers is trying to pull that piece of glass together to make a whole jar again. But he still, you know, he don't give us no chance to escape. He put us on methadone. But he knows some gonna get on methadone and some gonna get on methadone maintenance. And the methadone maintenance is where he still got a foothold on us. You understand? But here I was taught and I done learned that, you understand? Once I detox physically, I can detox mentally in 10 days. It don't take no year. You understand what I mean, brother? And it don't take no year for no one to really be detoxicated.
When the terminology methadone maintenance is used, what they're saying is that they put you on this drug and they maintain you on this drug, which means is that they hold you. They hold you in check. They put you in slavery. They put you in physical slavery and they put you in mental slavery. The only difference is, brother, the only difference is that the people out on the streets do it what they call illegally, and because methadone is stamped by the United States government and they say it's legal, it makes people think that methadone is all right. But it's just dying, just like you're dying off of heroin, you're dying off of methadone. You see what I mean? Only thing is that they're authorizing your death. They're saying, now we're gonna let you die legally.
Sometimes it's because you're curious, you see, because I was the type of broad that like they would tell me this is gonna get you high. I would be so curious, I always wanted it to try it, you know, so that's how it happened with my first shot of dope. Like they told me that it was better than pot. So me, over, you know, curiosity, I said, well, let me try to take a shot of dope, and I took it. Now, after I took that shot of dope, I liked it. And then I kept on taking it because I wanted it to take it. And then I got hooked. But after I went through all them exchanges of being hooked and I knew how it was to be hooked and, you know, try to get your cue and everything, then it was because I wanted to be in drugs, you know. A lot of people be using it as a cop-out. They be saying, well, I use dope because they offered me dope, or I use dope because he made me. No, it's really because you wanted it to take it. And especially when you've been an addict already and you know what it makes you go through. Yeah.
And she said that they told her that it was better than pot. Now, she didn't describe who they were. They were some other drug users. Now everything is connected. Now, when you keep tracking it back, and keep tracking it down and keep tracking it down, when it comes to they, it eventually ends up with the people who brought it. Listen, brother, and they spread propaganda. Listen, brother, let's deal with some realities. The reason why a person likes black shoes as opposed to liking brown shoes is because somebody propagandized them, which means that somebody filtered information in your head to make you like brown shoes better. The reason why some sisters like dresses better than some, and some like pants better, is because someone fed that information into your head. You have to understand, brother, that everything that you do, everything that you think, all the ideas that you have come from someplace else. And these ideas are constantly being pushed. So that means that if there was no drugs around, the sister couldn't even been curious about it because there wouldn't have been nothing to be curious about.
I'm 42 years old, and I done spent my adult life in the penitentiary. And I ain't joked with no dope. And my family stuck with me all through these years, you know, because I went to penitentiary. I had 15 years, then I had 6, and then I had 5. My family stuck with me. I got on this Jones, and I ain't got nobody, because I done robbed moms, I done robbed my wife, I done robbed everybody in the world. And I ducked myself last week. I said, man, this is it.
Today is my first day in the program, and I've talked with some of the brothers that have been on this program and have made it. As far as I can see, you know, they've given me inspiration because, I can see how they are, and I saw how they were before when they were on drugs. And it's a big change, a really big change. And I hope that in 10 days, I'll be like them. I just hope I will.